I'm Nikolai Zigelko. I'm the David M. Knott Professor of Management here at the Wharton School, and I'm the co-academic director of our program called Creating and Implementing Strategy for Competitive Advantage. And really what we're trying to do in this class is to cover the three main jobs that a strategist needs to fulfill. First, you need to understand how to evaluate and assess strategies and strategic initiatives. The second is you need to create, or at least help your organization create new strategies. And thirdly, you have to help your organization implement those strategies. I really enjoy teaching in it because I think the topic is such an evergreen topic. It is a topic that is not a fad. It is a topic that is always there. Firms always think about how do we differentiate ourselves, how do we grow profitably. And so that's, I think, what makes this program both fun to teach and hopefully helpful to attend.
Harbir Singh, Professor of Management and Vice Dean for Global Initiatives at the Wharton School. This program is about creating and sustaining advantage, and this is much harder than it seems. For example, only 10% of companies actually are able to sustain advantage even if they have it. So we first talk about creating advantage, which has to do with positioning in the marketplace, identifying the customer market segment you want to be in, understanding the sources of profitability. But then it's also about what kind of organization you have, how do you inspire people to be more creative, how do ideas come to the table, how do you sort through the ideas for the best ideas. And then it's about execution and innovation, incentives, rewards, and how they align to the strategy. So there's a creative element which can be thought about as working at a desk, but there's a lot of group activity and there's a lot of understanding of what motivates people and what motivates customers. So what we try to do in a nutshell is to compare what we know from an academic standpoint with what actually happens in practice. And our faculty have taught for more than 2 decades in many cases and taught all over the world. So we don't try to lecture at people, we try to have a discussion. And it's all about joint creation of knowledge between the faculty and the participants.